Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a foundation review. It's been a minute. It's actually been a minute. So I'm going to be reviewing the Pauline Cosmetics foundations. They came out with these foundations last year and they're extremely affordable. Each foundation goes for 1,500 bob. I've worn the foundation a couple of times, so I just wanted to come on here and review it. I've gotten quite a number of requests to review it, see the coverage, high class throughout the day, and the shade range. So I have all the shades. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, there are 7 shades and I believe they're named, it's from 701 to 70 give me a minute, 707. Oh my god, duh. 7 shades, 701 to 707. I'm so smart. So there are 7 shades and I believe they're going to be coming out with even more shades. But the best part about the Pauline Cosmetics foundation is that they've all been made for our melanin. So all the shades here are for us. They've been made for African skin tones. They have nice, rich, warm African undertones. You're not gonna look ashy. So I definitely am really excited to review these foundations. I'm thinking that I should actually just swatch all of them. The shade that I have personally been using is 706, but let's see. Let me swatch. I'm gonna just swatch all of them. Yeah, I should have started in order. So this is the shade that I'm saying is mine, which is 706. It's looking a bit light, but that's 706. And then I should try the shade above and below it. So 705. Let me try 705. I actually think 705 is a better match. So all this time I think I've been using the wrong match. I like 705 a lot more. It's just that 706, I think the reason why I picked it, I've actually remembered, is because it was a bit more warm. This one has a bit more of it has some, I've gotten foundation on me. It has some reddish undertone and I prefer more yellow undertones, but I feel like this one is actually going to be much better. That's 705, right? So let me just put 705 aside. It's the one we're gonna use. And then there's 703. So that's 703. Definitely not my shade. It's darker, but I'm also showing you guys so that you can have an idea of where you would lie. So that's 706, 705, 706, 703. I really should have done this in order, Joanna. You should have done this in order. Okay, so this is 704. Also not bad, but it has some serious and red undertones as compared to this one. So I hope this is really translating on camera. So this one I feel like would be a really good match for my sister, because she has like she looks really good in these foundations that have red undertones. And then there's the darkest one of the bunch, which is of course 701. Let's test that out. Ooh. Pauline Cosmetics has got you, my dark sisters, my melanated beautiful sisters. There's a shade here for you, as you guys can see. Okay, lightest shade right next to the darkest shade. That's the lightest shade, 707. So that's 702, 701, 707. And then the ones that are, the one that's for me is this one here. So the first thing I'm gonna go in with is a primer. I'm using this hydrating one because my skin is dry, and especially because the formula of the foundation is matte. Me and my dry skin needs some hydration, and matte formulas. Oh, this is a good match. I like it. I like the match in terms of the shade and also in terms of the undertone. It's not too warm, but at the same time it's also not too cool, because I really hate cool foundations. I'd rather work with an overly warm foundation any day than an overly cool foundation. Oh my god, can you guys see how this foundation is applying? Okay, this is not a first impression, so I'm not gonna sit here and act. I've already experienced this foundation and how well it applies. Okay, I want to go in and blend, but can you guys see that match? Oh my god, I don't know what I was doing using 706. This is perfect. Oh my god. So I'm gonna just go in and blend, but I think you guys can already see the coverage. I honestly don't even see the need to go in with another layer, because you know I always go in with another layer. But this foundation, one of the claims is that it's full coverage. Girl, do I even need to say anything more? It's so full coverage. It does say that it's a matte formula, but I'm getting a glow from it. So let me blend in and then we actually see if it'll set to a matte finish, because right now I'm not getting matte. Right now I'm getting glow. You guys, I'm actually extremely impressed. Like I said, I've used this foundation before and I was impressed when I used it, and I hope you guys are just as impressed, because can you honestly, first of all, can you see that shade match? It's so accurate. It's gotten my undertone perfectly. It's literally like they made this foundation for me. And then also look at that shade match. I hope my ring light today isn't messing me up and that you guys can actually see just how good of a shade match it is to my neck. Okay, so now since we have all these foundation shades, I'm actually just gonna use them to highlight and contour, just to bring back color into my face. So my shade is 705. So I think I could use 706. Over here, I'm gonna use this to highlight under my eyes. Actually, I'm gonna mix a bit of this with 707 because I'm seeing it's quite I want a brighter highlight, so I'm gonna add just a bit of 707, which is the lightest shade. Okay, I'm also going to contour. I think I'm gonna use 703. I hope it's not the one that has serious red undertones. No, that's really good for contour. This is looking good so far. I will say though that it says it's a matte formula, but I'm not really seeing like I'm getting a complete matte finish. Okay, so I'm going to just go in with one of my favorite, my hands have foundation all over, it's just getting transferring everywhere, but I'm gonna go in with the Pauline Cosmetics powder / blending brush, and I'm just gonna go over everything to make sure that everything is well blended, there are no harsh lines in between everything. Yeah. I'm just going to set the whole face with one powder. I'm not going to set, with setting powder and all. So I also have the super coverage Pauline Cosmetics powders. I've heard really good things about these powders, that the coverage is just insane. So I'm using the shade Cinnamon, and I'm just gonna use this Pauline Cosmetics powder brush, and I'm going to kind of like press it into the skin just to be able to set that foundation. There we go, guys. That's how we're looking. I think this foundation is gorgeous, and that powder has also just added something really beautiful. I'm trying to see myself properly in the mirror. I think I'll use this small one. So coverage is A1. Coverage is actually A1. That one I don't even think we need to discuss, because you guys can see that it has covered up every single thing. And mind you, I used one layer. I just used one layer. It's covered up everything. I think I would definitely say that I wish it was a bit warmer. Or is it? I think it's the powder that's a bit cool toned. I think I should go with I've gone in with a more warmer foundation, because this not foundation, powder, because this powder in the shade Cinnamon has made the face look a bit cooler than it is. But I'm not mad at it, guys. Let's just take this in, because this is gorgeous. Gosh. So like I told you guys, I've worn this foundation before, but I'm going to keep it on. Unfortunately, I'm filming this so late, because right now it's 7 minutes to 4 p.m. It's almost 4 o'clock, so I think I can only probably keep this for an hour and a half. But even with an hour and a half, I think we'll still be able to see the effect it will have. I already know the effect it will have, and of course I'll add that in when I come back, but I still want you guys to see how it will look after that hour and a half or so. So yeah, I'm using natural light, especially because I wanted you guys to really get an idea of the tones, the shades of the foundation. So I don't want to come back when it's dark. I know I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna see you guys in an hour and a half. Okay guys, I am back. It's just been, my mic face me. It's been an hour and a half. That's honestly the most I could do. But as I give you this feedback, I'll also add feedback from my past experience wearing this foundation. So I think we should do some side-by-sides first. So first, let's confirm that coverage. So you guys can see me without the foundation and with the foundation. And then I think we should quickly do a side-by-side of how it looks now, just an hour and a half later, versus how it looked when I just finished doing my makeup. So as you guys can see, it didn't oxidize or anything like that or get darker. It still has the same shade and the same color it had when I first applied it. However, the main thing that I have noticed about this foundation is that it says it has a matte formula, but it doesn't actually completely dry to a matte formula. So if you have dry skin and you're scared of like a matte formula foundation, I don't think you should be scared of this one, because it dries down, but not to those drying matte finishes. In terms of transfer, it's pretty good. It's not sticky, so it's not really transferring, especially I think because I set it with the powder, so it's really locked in, and I didn't even use a setting spray, so it doesn't transfer. Now the only one thing I would say about this foundation is that it does get a bit shiny. I don't know if you guys can see some traces of shine, especially in this area and in this area. And usually when I wear this foundation for longer than 1.5 hours, like let's say 6-7 hours, then my nose also becomes oily. So this whole entire area becomes quite oily. But to combat that, what I usually do is I use a mattifying primer under the foundation in those areas, and it manages to hold up. Now let me just mention, I have dry skin, so I'm not sure how how this foundation would perform for someone who has oily skin. So if you have oily skin, please comment down below and tell us your experience using this foundation if you've used it. So that's more or less it. I really like the glow. I like the shade. I like the undertones of these foundations, and I also like the glow it comes with. So thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you love how this foundation looks on me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button just in case you're not subscribed. And if you are, or if you're just subscribing right now as I say you subscribe, then hit the notification bell at the corner so that every single time I post, you can be notified. I'm planning to get some new foundations this year to review them of different ranges, affordable to high end. So definitely hit that notification bell so that every time I post, you're notified. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.